Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, you folks, sampler review series videos I do for the one. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. This next item is on my lap and it is warm. Yeah, it's warm. So we're gonna try to get through the intro. It's a super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, shit, you know I got to go over there and highlight that super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom, it's my Galactic Empire shirt. It's a super neat looking shirt. If you're not familiar with the group Galactic Empire, they are a Star Wars themed metal cover band. So they dress up like characters and stuff, and then they go over there and they have like a whole, like, you know, they have like little skits that they do, you know, in between songs, and they go over there and they bust out metal versions of classic Star Wars themes. They're super fucking cool. I love theatrical bands, like, I'm not gonna lie. It definitely, you know, for me, it adds a level of dimension, a level of theater to the whole experience. Doesn't mean that you're gonna be good. I've definitely seen some pretty shitty theatrical bands, but these guys definitely don't qualify. They were actually really, really good. I got to see them perform a couple weeks ago at the time I'm doing this, and I actually got some videos from that performance. It's on the channel, just in case you're interested. Because occasionally, it doesn't happen often, but every now and again, somebody comes onto my channel and they're like, hey, cool shirt, cool this, blah, blah, blah. There you go. It's just, you're getting a medley of stuff on my channel. But anyway, what am I trying for you folks? Why is it on my lap? Why is it warm? Well, folks, we're doing something from a place that I've never reviewed anything from before because I didn't know it existed up until a couple weeks ago. We're doing, boom, it's from Dak-Dak. Dak-Dak Korean wings. Our Korean wings are brined for 12 hours, coated in very thin batter, fried once, and oh yeah, fried again. The double fry is what makes our Korean wings unique and simply better than buffalo. Fucking shots fired. But yes, so this is a local spot for fucking Korean chicken wings. The world that we live in, while not always awesome, for sure, does have some genuinely really cool things. And the fact that, like, you know, it's like, I don't live in, like, a big city. You know, I live in the suburbs of a big city, to be fair. But it's like, this was like a fucking 10-minute drive from my house. I can get Korean chicken wings. How cool is that? So, boom, we got Korean chicken wings. The way it works is you can get bone in or you can get boneless, and then you have your option of sauces available. So, I got, let's get the thing, open it up. Boom, it looks like that. These are boneless wings, and I got them with the, I'm gonna fucking ruin the shit out of this, because I do not speak Korean. This is the Gochujang barbecue sauce. Gochujang or Jang barbecue. I don't know how to pronounce that. Gochujang. I'm better at Japanese pronunciations than I am Korean, and it is Gochujang, which I don't know what that is, house barbecue, and Korean pepper. That's what makes up the sauce. So, open. Let's try some stuff. It's nice they use dark meat. I'm a fan of that. Dark meat's fucking fantastic. I love the crispiness. Them talking about the double fry, that definitely comes through. Because, like, I've had plenty of fucking chicken wings. I've had plenty of boneless chicken wings. Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings, what have you. Typically, you don't get a lot of crunch on them, if any. You know, you pretty much just bite into them and they give. With this, there's definitely a nice crispy exterior. That does make a difference. one thing I'll say, I appreciate that the barbecue sauce isn't overly sweet. Because again, a lot of those places, Buffalo Wild Wings, what have you, they tend to err on the side of sweetness, which isn't an entirely bad thing. There can be, that can be fine. But for me, with a barbecue sauce, I personally prefer a smokier barbecue sauce with more depth versus ones that tend to be a little bit heavier handed on the sweetness. This definitely has more depth to it. And it has an interesting flavor profile. It's not entirely unfamiliar, but it's not entirely what I'm used to in relation to, like a barbecue sauce. So let's get another one. Just the fact that they use dark meat is a huge boost in my opinion. I love the dark meat. I love the crispness. The barbecue sauce almost reminds me a little bit of like sesame chicken type sauce. Like if you've ever gotten like Chinese takeout or anything, if you've gotten sesame chicken, it reminds me a little bit of that, but a little bit less sweet than that. There's a little heat. Very, very little. Kind of goes to the back of your throat, but you do get a little heat. And there's like this, it has like a more mature taste to it than like a sesame chicken, which I love sesame chicken. I ain't shitting on sesame chicken for nothing. That is stupid good. I mean, again, I am definitely a fan of chicken wings. I'll hit up Wingstop at least a couple times a month. Again, Buffalo Wild Wings and what have you. I'm a fan, for sure. Chicken wings are good. Bone in, bone out. I'm good with either way. These, I'm going to say, in terms of the quality of the meat, in terms of the level of the flavor that I'm getting, and in terms of the way the sauce is presented, flat out, I think these are definitely better than any wings that I've gotten. Okay, the fuck was that? I'm in a parking lot, by the way, if that isn't fucking apparent. But no, fucking lost my train of thought. But no, the way the sauce is presented, like, everything about it has just better flavor, and it tastes better in terms of the quality. Quality of the chicken is definitely better. I love the fact that it's dark meat. I love the crispiness on it. And the barbecue sauce, well, I'm not going to go out and say it's like my favorite barbecue sauce I've ever had. It's not, but I appreciate the fact that it is, like I said, a more mature tasting barbecue sauce instead of being that like typical chicken wing barbecue, which again just tends to be almost, too sweet for me. These are really good. They just are. I might not be able to pronounce the name of the sauce, but damn it, it was tasty. But it does beg asking the question. Two questions. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. Yeah, seriously. Aside from the fact that I appreciate that this is a local spot, and I don't know, maybe there's a chain. I mean, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure how the whole thing works. I'll have to look it up. But I do appreciate the fact that this is like, again, it's like a 10-minute drive from my house. It's variety that, I just don't usually have. But it is something familiar. It's obviously not a completely holy shit crazy departure from stuff that I'm already familiar with. But it is done in such a way where there's enough of a twist on it and the level of quality is so good that, I don't have anything bad to say about this. Like, genuinely. I don't have any, major critiques one way or another. Good food, presented well, good quality, that makes all the fucking difference in the world. And it's kind of where places like Buffalo Wild Wings and Wingstop and stuff, where they kind of fall down a little bit because they're bigger chains. And, again, I like their stuff for what it is. I ain't shitting on them entirely. But do they have this level of quality? No. I don't personally feel like they do. Even if I do like their stuff. That all said, as for recommending it, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's a chain location or how the whole thing goes. If you have one near you, definitely check it out. For right now, I'm going to put this in my playlist called, it's Sampler Platter Local Love, and that is just for local establishments, places around my area. This is going to go in there, and, unless, again, they're like a national fucking chain or something, in which case it won't be in there. But, super good. Moving on. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly top quality chicken wing-tastic rest of your life, because god damn, this shit made my day. The only thing I'm sad about is the fact that it took me so long to get out of here. Because I found out about them completely by accident. I was just looking up places to try, and it was like, oh shit, because I used to live in this area, like even closer than I do now. And never heard of this place. I think it used to be a Little Caesars back when I lived in this area. And man, that's just fucking good. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Although I will say, having some banging ass fucking Korean chicken wings definitely makes it easier. I'm not going to lie. But we're not always going to have banging Korean chicken wings available to us, I mean, maybe you do. I don't know what you do in your free time. Maybe you just hoard Korean chicken wings all day long. That's a way to live. It is important, though, when we run into situations that are frustrating, stressful, etc. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. You know what? I'm going to go over there. I'm going to recommend something that you do. Check out your local scene. Seriously. So many people I talk to, especially since doing this show, so many people I talk to, they go over there when they find out I do this show. They might check out the channel. They'll ask me, they're like, how do you find these places? How do you find this stuff? I look around, folks. And that's not like me trying to be a dick or anything. It's the truth. It's like, you would be surprised, depending on where you live, how much stuff is available that, you just don't take the time, because for the most part, we tend to sort of do the same stuff day to day. Take some time, take a weekend, try out a few places. Don't worry so much about, like, oh, will I like it, will I won't? Just go and try it. If you don't like it, you don't go back. Simple as that. Anyway, bye.